Global was born with the aim of informing people and enlightening the masses. As you can see, our tagline is enlightening the masses. It was born during the COVID time when there was lockdown, when there was little to do. It started off as an online platform, but in the 3 years that we have been in existence, we have been able to expand it into the boardrooms, into the barazas, and I'm very happy now that we are down in Kajiado among our very own people, and we're able to break down the law in ways that they can understand. Our team comes down, live with the people and have conversations and go to the groups and the churches and speak to people and say, oh, why is this happening to you? And then after I understand, we have now to break down legal content into palatable, simple Swahili that people can understand. For example, maybe in Nairobi, a lot of people would understand English, but down here, and we are blessed to be at the border, so most people speak Swahili. Our services have mostly been advisory, and mostly from people who attend our trainings or people who inform others, who say, I attended a training on child justice, and I think you can be helped. So this is a number that you can call. Our trainings, we don't charge for them. We get sometimes help from friends and supporters. And then we also give free advisory services. However, beyond the advice, if a client feels that now they need to maybe go to a court or start a legal process, then they're at liberty to instruct a lawyer. So that is a very separate service from what Sairo Law Global offers. First of all, what makes us different is that we are able to simplify information. Our content online is probably, it could be a little bit, maybe stronger English words, but now on the ground, we break down content to the simplest way possible. And that is what we would say we take pride in. I would say also consistency, that we do not always sit down and say, okay, and wait for a client to approach us. We are constantly thinking a step ahead. What is the information gap between the laws and the people? And then we try to deliver it. We have a YouTube page by the name Sairo Law Global. We shoot videos and we post it there. How we do it is that we find an area of law, for example, property acquisition. And then we break it down into small, palatable episodes. Hello and welcome to Legal Basics with Sairo Law Global, and my name is Sian. Last week we wrapped up the series on intellectual property. I hope you're able to protect your ideas, and especially the ones for you. We also do trainings for groups. Sometimes we approach organizations and we say, we know you have this and this and this. Please let us come and also add our voice to your training, sometimes from government agencies, sometimes from NGOs, and then sometimes from local organizations. The ways with which we train is, most of our clips are in English, but down here, we try to use the local languages, Kiswahili, some Kimasai, and then we use skits. We have found skits to be very helpful because skits are very memorable. Actually, when I walk on the street, people say, I remember that drama. So because there's people acting. During our presentations, we also try to do drawings. We don't have the technical capacity yet to do PowerPoints and stuff, so we usually draw. Yeah, and we have found it to be very helpful in terms of understanding our content. Impact tracking for our kind of business is not immediate. I would say for the online work is that we get a lot of writing because we always give our emails and our contacts at the end of the programs. We get a lot of people writing to us and say, this is what I'm struggling with. This was helpful. Now what do I do next? But now on the ground, the impact has been, first of all, that people know there's a place I can go to. In case I go to the chief and the chief doesn't help, and if in case I go to the DO's office and I don't get help, there's a place I can go to. The first challenge is coverage, because to this day, I will meet a person who asks me a question that has been so well explained in a video, but they had no way of knowing it. So coverage has been number one problem on the online platform. Now, on the ground, some of the challenges have been sometimes language barrier. And then also because this is an interior part of Kenya. So even going for very interior trainings, you need an off-road car. You need maybe a place to sleep. So in that aspect, it's been very hard to get to the places that are out of the towns. And probably I would also say that the other challenge has been to manage this and my main practice, because at the end of the day, I have to eat. So I still run a practice, and now there's this that is really giving back to the community. As you can see from the name, our future plans is to go global. We want to reach, I mean, the person who is at every corner of this world, and hopefully have a way to empower them in a legal education sense. But aside from that, we also want to really empower this community from the ground. When I was growing up, because this place was much, much greener, there was coffee. Loitoktok was the second producer of maize after Trans Nzoia. Today, Loitoktok is semi-desert because we've had a lot of people cut down trees. In fact, now we have a lot of climatic change groups here where we're planting a lot of trees, but still we're not able to take this back to what it was. And we have to find a way to stand in the gap economically. A vote for Sairo Law Global is a vote for a project that can grow from this small town of Loitoktok into every single county in Kenya, and even beyond Kenya, beyond East Africa, beyond Africa. We are willing to partner with groups, it doesn't matter where they are, organizations, to empower, and not just this community, but every other community, so long as we have the capacity. And our capacity will not be limited when you partner with us. So we can come to Kitui, we can come to Garissa, and we can also mentor other people with the same vision as us to do the same things in their community. So a vote for us is a vote for empowerment and a vote for change.